Hey guys, welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and overview of this television from Changhong. If you're not familiar with Changhong, it's one of the largest television and electronics manufacturers in China. TV we're looking at today is a 50-inch LED backlit 1080p television. The model number is LED50YC2000UA. Taking a look inside the retail box, we have a pack of accessories. So let's start off with a look at that. First off, you have your LED backlight operation manual here. So this is going to take you through some FCC rules, and it also has some pictures in here, as well as a layout of the on-screen display and whatnot, so that you can tell what's what and how to navigate and operate your television, as well as the layout of the remote right there. You also have a Changhong warranty card. The remote control and television set both have a 12-month warranty, repair and replacement for the remote, parts and labor for the TV set. That looks like about all that's on there. Quick start guide here, which looks to be just a simplified version of what's in the manual with some color integrated as well, particularly helpful for plugging in your video ins to the various inputs on the television. Here's a little supplemental note for the wall mounting system. It does have a 200 by 400 millimeter VESA mount on the back. And then another supplement here for actually just a little drop-in for mounting the monitor stand, which I'll be showing you in just a moment here. Speaking of the monitor stand, here is the two items that are necessary for that. It's just a metal plate that goes at the bottom to hold it in place, since it is a tempered glass stand, and then 3 screws which you use to screw that in and hold it in place. Lastly, we have the remote right here. Batteries not included, so bear that in mind. You'll just need a couple AAA batteries for that one. And the remote here is fairly standard as remotes go. Up at the top, you've got your power and mute button, also some color highlighted fast forward and rewind media control buttons. Input select right there. Here you also have some more advanced functions that are available, as well as a home button. And then you got menu, input select, a directional pad with an enter button, volume and channel, as well as a full numerical pad. Next up, I'm going to pull this out of the box. So first off, for packaging, we have some open cell foam here, but plenty of thickness there to keep the monitor protected in shipping. I also like that they have included a cardboard piece right here with some closed cell foam, and that goes right in front of the monitor screen itself, or the TV screen, I guess I should say, which again will help keep that protected in shipping. Now I'm going to do my best to lift this out. Probably a two-man job, but let's see what I can do. Oh, it's starting to, okay. Little help, Kyle? So we got the monitor onto the table here. I've laid it down flat, and I'm keeping the protective plastic on it to protect the panel so that I can see how the stand goes on and whatnot. Now, I should mention, Kyle helped me out there getting this out of the box. If you are going to be removing this from the box at home, go and find a second person to help you out, because it's a little bit more difficult. There actually is tons of styrofoam in the box keeping everything protected, so that's good. But let me get the plastic off here, and then we'll take a closer look at this monitor TV. It's a TV. So moving on to stand assembly, that's what this bottom piece here was for. It comes with this, 3 screws, so you will need a Phillips head screwdriver for this little job, and then the stand itself. Now the stand has some protective plastic on the top, which is good because it has received some wear and tear in shipping. So I'm going to peel this off first. Just incredibly satisfying to do that. And then we have 3 mounting points right there, so I'm just going to line that up at the bottom of the television. Also, while I'm at it, I might as well peel this protective plastic of the stand mount itself off as well. And then from there, we just line up our little retention bracket right there, and we screw it in with our 3 screws, and I'm going to cheat and use an electric screwdriver. Go. It's also worth mentioning this little plate does have sort of a rubber surface on one side, so that's the side that'll go up against the glass. That'll help keep the glass from having too much pressure on it. This is tempered glass, but it will also make sure that this holds it nice and stable and in place. So there we go, our stand is attached. And before I set the TV upright, let's take a quick look at the inputs and outputs that are available. This is on the lower left side of the back if you're looking at the front of the television. Hopefully that makes sense. First off, left and right audio out via an 1/8" connector that you have right there. You also have a coaxial digital audio out as well via an RCA plug right there. So you've got both of those options for audio out if you're going to connect this up to an external stereo or something like that for audio. Also right and left audio inputs right here, the red and the white. Those will go along with the red, blue, and green plugs right there. Those are for a component inputs for high definition. You also have an antenna, a simple coaxial cable right there for an antenna input. You've got a 15-pin D-sub right there for a direct connection from a PC. And then you've also got another PC/DVI audio 1/8" jack right there, so you can do audio and video and connect this up to a home computer. The other cool thing about that one is if you are going to be using, say, a DVI to HDMI adapter and doing a digital input from a home PC over here, you can also use that audio jack to do audio input as well. You also have 3 HDMI inputs over here, so these are probably going to be the most popular of the video inputs connections on the back. 1, 2, and 3 available, and then you also have a USB connection right there where you can also use to connect the USB device to play back video or pictures. And here is a look at this 50-inch television itself, and we're giving you a nice tour of our studio as well with a bit of a reflection, so apologies there, but here's just a quick 360-degree spin. Bear in mind the stand here is not adjustable. I've set this on a Lazy Susan, so that's how I'm spinning it around. However, the stand is pretty sturdy once you get it all set up, and it does have some rubber feet at the bottom to help keep it from moving around too much or putting any dings into the surface that you set it upon. But vital stats on this one, it's a 50-inch television, so that's measured from corner to corner. It's got an LCD panel on the front, which provides you color. The backlight is LED, and if we go to a bit of a profile view here, we can see it maintains a fairly thin depth to the television. I'm going to say it's roughly 4 to 4.5 inches at its widest point, especially if you include a little dip out there for that stand mount on the back. Some other features though, this is not a 3D television, so bear that in mind, it's 2D only. A refresh rate of 50 to 60 hertz, aspect ratio of 16:9, and again, total resolution of 1920 by 1080. It has a sort of brushed, it's a faux brushed metal look to the frame around the front here. Other than that, the bezel in the frame is all entirely made of plastic apart from the interior of the frame, of course, which provides a bit more sturdiness and rigidity. And then you can see pretty much black design throughout. You'd have some buttons located right here on the side, so you can use those if you can't find your remote. Pretty simple though, channel up and down, volume up and down. Menu button, a go button, or actually that's a input select button, and then also a power button down there at the bottom. And then also on the back here, I wanted to point out you do have a VESA mount available, so if wall mounting is your thing, which it is for a lot of people. If we can go a little bit wider on this one, Kyle, we can see all 4 of them over to the right, or a little bit, there we go, okay. So this is a 200mm by 400mm, which is a VESA standard, so it should fit with the appropriate VESA mounts. And then also you might notice the power cable, which is currently zip tied there to the back. I'm going to snip that off so we can fire this thing up and take a closer look at the panel and the image. So we've just powered the television on, and I apologize for the static in the background. We don't have an antenna available to us right now to plug in, but this is what you'll first be presented with, a quick installation guide. So you start the guide, choose your language. You have English, French, and Spanish available to you. We'll stick with English for now. Time zone also available right here. We're on Pacific, so we'll go with that. We can do 12-hour or 24-hour time formats. You can also choose cable antenna or over the air. Either way, we don't have a connection. And then we also have auto tuning, which it will automatically start to jump into and go through. So if you do have an antenna connected, it will see what channels you have available, and it will queue them all up right here. So that's nice. So next up, let's just jump over to input. I do have an HDMI connected right here, but here you can see choosing your input source. Pretty easy up and down navigation to choose from all the different possibilities. Here's where you would also go over to USB if that's where your source was going to be. I have connected I have connected via HDMI, so let's just jump over to that. I'm just doing a connection directly from our computer that's over there in the background. So in just a moment, it should pop that up, but just a sec. And here's a look at the TV. We've just connected to a laptop that we have here available. We're connecting via HDMI, and right now we're displaying at 1080. Some other specs that you might be interested in for this one. It does have that 1920 by 1080 resolution, brightness measurement of 350 CD per M2. Or candelas per square meter, contrast ratio of 4001, response time of 8 milliseconds, a viewing angle of 178 degrees, a 100,000 hour lifetime, or MTBF, and 16.7 million colors it's able to reproduce. That means it's 8-bit color reproduction. And that is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Once again, we've been taking a closer look at the Changhong 50-inch LED LCD television. The model number, once again, LED50YC2000UA. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.